What is up? I don't know why chat looks so messed up. There we go. That's better. How's everyone doing? Saints play football today. Carolina Panthers. It's been a hell of a Sunday so far for football. Hell of a Sunday. I am low-key pissed that the Saints are playing in this slate because I don't get to watch Phillip Rivers and I don't get to watch the Broncos and Packers game. But it is what it is. We got Red Zone on still in the background. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? This should be an interesting game. Panthers are in a must-win situation for the playoffs since Tampa Bay lost. If they win this week and next week, the Panthers are in the playoffs, which is crazy to say. So it's a must-win game for them, and the Saints obviously trying to win. Chalashuk trying to get his first win in the Dome. I don't think he's thrown a touchdown in the Superdome yet. So he's obviously trying to put on a show in the homestand for the home fans. Your Chiefs are officially eliminated from playoffs. That sucks. I know, I just saw that. And Mahomes' knee just like hyperextended. I don't know what injury he's going to have, but that sucks. Hopefully nothing tore, but yeah, that injury for Mahomes didn't look great. And being eliminated sucks. The only good thing for the Chiefs about being eliminated, if they get a better draft pick, they can maybe get better weapons for Mahomes offensively. They just have so many holes on that team that need to get fixed. Imagine in 25 we have Phillip Rivers as QB. I have a video playing for the offseason, but in 21 the Saints tried to get Drew Brees back. I swear they reached out to Phillip Rivers too, but I couldn't find anything on it. But I swear the Saints reached out to Phillip Rivers at some point. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I was thinking of the Niners in 22 or 23. They reached out to Rivers. Couldn't find anything on it. But man, let's see what Tyler Shuck's got. He's got everyone excited. That is the danger of this team being excited. Every time we start getting hopeful and excited, they let us down. So let's hope they actually do something today. It'd be great to. I don't care about wins and losses, but like if Tyler Shuck got another win, like that'd be awesome. Just another win on his resume. If they lost and Tyler Shuck still plays good, guess what? Now you're a draft pick closer to getting a better player. I just want to see them do some cool shit. Tyler, holy shuck. All right. Bryce Young, I think, is 1-5 against the Saints in his career. RG3's commentating the game. Not to be mean, is the other commentator cross-eyed? RG3's rocking a cowboy hat. I don't know if I've ever heard these guys commentate a game before. I feel like, are these typically college commentators? RG3 and I think his name's Jason Bennett? I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful. Let's see if we got any updates on who's getting the ball first or anything like that. Who's getting the ball first? Saints are receiving first. Panthers won the coin toss and deferred. Okay. We're going to see Teleshuk first. This is the Saints' second to last home game. Let's see if the Saints can actually score on the opening drive. RG3 has no shame. You want us to lose, but lose looking good. Yes. Agreed. The Tampa Bay downfall has been so. Weren't they like 6-2? Now they're 7-5 or something like that. 7-6. The Buccaneers, crazy team. I'm surprised Todd Bowles still has a job. Raheem Morris might have saved his job, which is hilarious. I'm out here laughing at other teams' coaches. We got Dennis Allen at a head coach. The Bears have 29 turnovers on the season. That's freaking insane. Speaking of Dennis Allen, 29 interceptions. That is ridiculous. We also got the Rams and the Lions on in the same slate. Pissed I don't get to fully watch that game either. That's all right, though. We get to watch Tyler Shuck play football. Here we go. Here's the return. That's, I don't know who this is. Oh, Evan Hull gets it out to like the 30. Saints putting up 30 today. That's a bold prediction. We have not put up 30 all season. It'd be nice, though. It would be nice. All right, the Saints starting off on the 28. Teams are no longer kicking it to Mason Tipton. Devin Neal is the lead running back on this play. And they're going to start off the drive with the handoff to Devin Neal, who picks up like 5 yards. Decent gain. Good start for the rookie running back. Phillip Rivers in the culture on offense first. Got to keep an eye on that. Absolutely got to. Good start to the game for the Saints. 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard Devin Neal run. They're going to go play action here on 2nd down. Shuck going down the field. What a... Incomplete. I don't know if that was picked or... I thought it was caught. Then I thought it was picked. They're ruling it incomplete. J.C. Horn in coverage on Mason Tipton. That's a little bit of a mismatch. All right, 3rd and 6 coming up for the Saints. Let's not go 3 and out, please. Let's not go 3 and out. That would be lovely. But I am fully expecting 3 and out. The Saints just can't score in the first quarter or the first half, so let's see if that can change. They got Taysom Hill in motion out to a wide receiver. Carolina's blitzing. Shuck zips it. High and incomplete. There is a penalty. Olave was looking for a flag. What is the penalty? Olave was looking for one. Let's see what it is. Illegal formation on Talise Fuaga. Saints are going to punt. All right. They go 3 and out. Way to start, guys. Way to start. Not a great start. Chat is like broken. I'm going to fix that in a second. All right, Saints are punting. Saints took 50 seconds off the clock. Here's a punt. Pretty decent punt. Fielded at the 10. Etienne's returning it. Oh, big hit from Danny Stutzman. Big hit from Danny Stutzman. The cracker with the juice. I don't know why chat is all acting up on my screen. This is just what we're going to have to go for now. Yeah, 52-second drive. Really bad. All right, let's see if the defense can keep playing well. 1st and 10 for Carolina from their 26-yard line. They're going to start off with the run to Rico Dowdle for a few yards. Not much there. Phillip Rivers just threw a screen. We have to keep an eye on that Colts game. If anything in that Colts game happens, you guys have to let me know in chat because I'm not fully engaged with that. So if Phillip Rivers does some cool shit, please let me know. If any cool shit happens in any of the other games, let me know. 2nd and 7 for the Panthers after Rico Dowdle got 3 yards on first down. They're going to go play action on 2nd down. Bryce dumps it off to Rico Dowdle, who gets, I think he's a yard short. He's a yard short of the first down. Philip looks chunky out there, man. Philip looks like a freaking chonker. I couldn't tell if he was the head coach or the damn quarterback. Looking like Brian Brzee out there at QB. All right, 3rd and 2. Let's see if the Saints defense can get a stop. Can they force their own 3 and out? They're going to hand it off to Hubbard. It looked like he got it. Looked like he got the first down. I am so pissed. Freaking Joe Burrow. I started him in fantasy football over Dak Prescott. Hindsight 2020. I should have realized that the Bengals were playing in like 6-degree weather. Oh, Philip Rivers just threw a bad pass. Should have realized that Dak playing in indoors is better than Burrow playing in 6-degree weather, but I am pissed. All right, first down for the Panthers. They're going to go with the run to Dowdle, and he's got like 5 yards. The Saints were able to shut down Rico Dowdle a decent amount last time. If they want to win again, they're going to have to do that again. There's an interaction button here with chat. I wanted to try that out during commercial after this drive. Good run there from Rico Dowdle. It's now 2nd and 4 for the Panthers. They're still under center. Let's see what they do here. They're going to go with another run to Dowdle. And that one goes nowhere. Chase Young with the tackle for a loss. Saints were all over that one. The Saints were all over it. Joe's getting ready to get out of Cincy. Maybe. He could have just waited another week, though, to start playing like shit. I'm in the playoffs. All right, big 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Saints defense got to get a stop here to get off the field. Panthers haven't really thrown the football. They did throw, but it was just a bootleg dump off. Bryce 1 of 1, 5 yards. They're probably going to throw it here. They do. Bryce Young dropping back, rolling out to his left, scrambling. He's got space and a first down. Shimmies through Kool-Aid, and they're in Saints territory. Shit. And now chat is all wonked up. Filters. Let's turn off the crop. There we go. That's why I always got to fix something with the setup during the lives. Nothing ever stays the same. First down for the Panthers. That looked like a false start. They don't call it. Dowdle gets the handoff and gets like 3 yards. Dowdle is now injured. Rico Dowdle is down. That's significant. That's pretty huge. This draft is going to be stressful. Hell yeah. Philip looks stiff. Yeah, I bet he looks stiff. All right, it's commercial. What does this interact button do? Interact. Let's see. Did that do anything? I've never messed around with this portion of the, There's not really an option for me to do anything. It's a useless button. I'll just keep reading chat. All right, well, Rico Dowdle is down. Hopefully everything's good there with him. Let's see what's going on in Denver and the Packers. Packers on 3rd and 1 can't get it. These Packers unis are fire. The all white helmets. Saw it in mock draft saying we're drafting a lineman. Yeah, I saw the Field Yates were drafting the right tackle out of Miami. I would absolutely fucking hate that. But I can see it happening, and then they move Fuaga to guard. I would hate it, hate it, hate it. This team needs a running back. Jeremiah Love would be awesome. They could use Jordan Tyson. They could use Oregon's tight end. They could use an edge rusher. To draft another fucking tackle, what'd that be? That'd be 4 tackles in 5 years. I would hate it, but it might happen. Appreciate the support. I don't even know how to say name. Oh yeah, CK7VB. Appreciate that comment though. Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with getting another lineman. I'm just saying the Saints have invested so much on their offensive line. To have to draft another tackle would just be awful. And then moving Fuaga back to guard. Moving Fuaga to a 3rd position in 3 years too. Can we not think about the how that would mess up his development and him as a player? Let him stay at one spot. You can draft a guard in round 2 or 3. I'm fine with that. Pay for one in free agency. I agree they need a playmaker. I would love to see Caleb Downs, LSU's corner, Jeremiah Love. I would love to see Jeremiah Love. All right, we are back. Chuba Hubbard is in at running back, but he's lined up at receiver. Empty backfield, so this is probably a pass on 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. They are throwing it. Bryce Young going downfield. That's some PI, is it not? They connect on a decent play. That looked like a very aggressive push-off on Alontae Taylor, the receiver pushing off of Alontae. Yeah, he full-on pushes him. How is that not a flag? Kellen Moore's throwing a challenge. You can't challenge a flag, right? Is he challenging if he got 2? Did he even catch it? Looks like he got 2 feet. He caught the ball. He has 2 feet. Does the ball wobble a little bit? I don't like this challenge. He definitely pushed off as shit. But he definitely pushed off. But this challenge makes no sense. This challenge, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a very dumb challenge. Matthew Stafford just threw a pick to Aiden Hutchinson off a screen. Dude, Phillip Rivers is a big-ass dude right now. He is a big running back. I mean, quarterback. Man, I cannot talk for shit today. Rookie coaches can lose all day. Does anyone agree with me? Kellen Moore is not a good coach. I'm going to give it a little bit more time before I say that, but this first year, I don't feel great about him. I feel like his offense has been very bland for an offensive-minded head coach. Why can't you score on the opening drives? Why are you going 3 and out? His challenges are very weird. Why is he challenging this one but not the 3rd down and 1 play last week? Very weird. What's up, T-Bug? Appreciate you tuning in. I'm 100% sure that this is not getting overturned because it was very clearly a catch. Yeah, Kellen Moore, he needs to grow as a head coach, but he can at least show that he knows what he's doing. And sometimes it doesn't feel like he knows what he's doing. Like the opening 15 play script, why can't they score on opening drives? Why does he have a hard time managing the game and the clock and challenges and timeouts? Well, he can't manage his offense. And the ruling on the field stance, it's a catch. Dumb challenge. Let's see if I can see this Phillip Rivers play before the next play. It's a run. I would love to see the Colts get in the playoffs, man. Phillip Rivers coming back. The catch don't matter. He pushed off. He 100% pushed off, but you can't challenge for a flag. Play action. Bryce Young on first down, rolling out right, looking downfield, looking for his tight end, and he dropped it. He dropped the pass. Good for the Saints. I want to see Phillip Rivers just launch a football 50 yards downfield. I know their game plan is just run the shit out of Jonathan Taylor, but imagine just a Phillip Rivers 50-yard bomb. All right, 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Saints have struggled with Bryce Young's mobility so far today. They're going to throw it. Quick dump off to their other tight end. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5. The Saints defense tends to struggle with opening drives. They're struggling a little bit right now. Meanwhile, the Saints offense struggles just in the first half in general. So let's see. Let's see if the defense can pull out a stop here. This is a 6-minute drive so far for the Panthers, after the Saints took off a whopping 50 seconds. 3rd down and 4 for Carolina. They run it with Chuba Hubbard. I think he got it. I think he got the first. He got past the line. 1st down, Panthers. They are taking a lot of time off of this clock. Lots of time off of this clock. 11 plays so far, 6 minutes and counting, 62 yards for the Panthers. The hot mic for this game is awful. It sounds like Bryce Young and Tyler Shough have been screaming in my ear. They're going to run it. Dowdle is back on the field. He's hitting the edge. Rico Dowdle gets popped out of bounds by Alontae after an 8-yard pickup. Can we get a turnover? Probably not in this drive. Don't expect a turnover from the Saints on an opening drive. That looked like a little bit of a hold on the Panthers tight end. Holding on Chris Rumpf. No penalty, though. All right, Panthers are inside the 5-yard line. It's 2nd and 2. They can still pick up a first. They're going to run it with Dowdle, who cuts back inside. Touchdown. Looked like a Saints defender whiffed in the backfield. He cut back and scores. Well, holy shit, man. Holy shit. Shitty defense. Someone got in the backfield immediately and just whiffed on the tackle. Was that Brzee? No, it wasn't Brzee. Was it like Jonah Williams or some random backup? Someone got in the backfield and just couldn't make the tackle. All right, well, while they kick this PAT, let's see what's going on with Phillip Rivers, I guess. That's not a touchdown. Let's see. That's close. It's as close as it's going to get. We need a dog like that in the backfield. Y'all might hate me for saying this, but Kendra Miller is that dog. He just can't stay healthy to save his life. Phillip Rivers with the 3rd down completion to Michael Pittman. Looked like 93. Yeah, I thought it was Nathan Shepard too, but the guy who I was eyeing looked like he came from the other side of Nathan Shepard 93. But maybe I'm just straight up wrong. Not even a touchdown. It's real close. I don't know if there's enough to overturn it. Would rather have gone to church than watch Kellen Moore's coaching disaster. Yeah, that's valid. That's fair. The Colts right now are just running the shit out of the Seahawks. Amir Abdullah, he's still in the NFL. The Titans are in the red zone right now versus the Niners. Has Cam Ward been good? I feel like I've seen some really good moments from him, but nothing like the Cam Ward takeover game. The best ability is availability. Yeah, when it comes to Kendra, absolutely. He can't stay healthy. But I can confidently say he's the Saints' best running back in 2025 in terms of just like taking a handoff and getting yards. That's Kendra. His body just can't hold up. Talent. Hell, I'll say this. What was I gonna say? I'd say if Kendra Miller played the whole season, the Saints would probably have like another win or two. I just think he's that talented. My comment in the MMG video was hilarious. Appreciate it. I didn't even realize that it got in there. Um, like I completely forgot about it until I was watching the video. Yeah, Amir Abdullah. Didn't even know he was still in the NFL, let alone on the Colts. I would have thought he's like on the Titans just because. No, he's on a team that's trying to make the playoffs. Puka just dropped the football. Did he fumble that? Man, it's crazy in the NFL right now. They got a full slate of games, no more bye weeks. Back from commercial. Panthers took 7 minutes off the clock. 7 minutes. Last time the Saints played the Panthers, they let up an opening drive touchdown and then didn't allow another touchdown for the rest of the game. Let's see if they can do that today. You agree about the extra wins? Yeah, they definitely win one extra game if Kendra Miller is healthy. Let me see. What game would they have won? Miami? Do they beat Miami if they have Kendra Miller? Atlanta, Carolina, Rams, Bears, but I'll say Miami. They beat Miami if they have Kendra Miller. All right, here's the kickoff. And Evan Hull is going to return it again. Here's Hull. He's going down the sideline with some space. Good return. Got to the 35, it looks like. I'm going to mute for a second so I'm not slurping in your ear. All right. 1st and 10. Decent field position. Let's get something going. Let's get a damn first down. We're going to start off with a handoff to Devin Neal, and that one goes nowhere. They got to fix this damn hot mic that they have on the players. It is loud as hell. They beat Atlanta? I don't know if they beat Atlanta because the Saints offense, like, maybe they beat Atlanta if they have another playmaker. Who knows? Blake just kicked the field goal for the Colts. Did he make it? 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Shuck's going to throw it. Stepping up in the pocket, rolling out to his right. Pump fakes and picks up a few yards. Do you guys feel like the hot mic on the QBs is loud as hell in this game too? Like every time Tyler Shuck hikes the football or Bryce Young, I feel like their like mic is just blasting in my ear. Blasting in my ear. What a sentence. All right, 3rd and 6. It looks like they went no huddle. Shuck's going to throw a quick pass to Juwan Johnson for a first down around midfield. Got it out quick. Finds his tight end. Good gain on the play. Good job from Shuck. It looks like the Panthers brought a blitz, so he found the open lane in the middle. Good ball placement. Good catch. No huddle again. Tyler Shuck's damn hot mic. Shuck dumps it off to Devin Neal, who caught it, almost bobbled it into the Panthers' hands. You got the game sound down and me in the background. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, that mic is atrocious. They got to turn that shit down. A chain was playing too well in that Dolphins game. That could be true. Could be true. 2nd and 6 after a Devin Neal catch. They're going to go back to Devin Neal on a pitch. On a run. This one gets like 2 yards. 3rd and 4 about coming up. That mic is horrible, man. They got to fix that. The Bills beat the Patriots today. That was a crazy game. 21-0. Holy shit, what a catch in the Packers game. I don't know who, but some tight end made a leaping catch. 3rd and 4 for the Saints. Olave's in the slots. They hand it off to Devin Neal. That goes nowhere. 3rd and 4, and they run the football. They run the football on 3rd and 4. Are we going to go for it? I'm assuming you run the ball if you're going to go for it. You're probably going for it if you're running the ball in that situation. Let's see. Kelvin Banks, that's a bad rep. Bad rep from Kelvin Banks in the run game. I hear some cheering. Saints offense stays on the field for 4th and 4. Saints 9 of 27 on 4th down this season. Jordan Love is nasty. What a fucking throw. And there's a false start on the Saints. Oh my God. We're really doing this today? We're really doing this today. We're doing the Saints can't even line up and do basic fundamentals today. We're really doing this today. We can't line up correctly anymore. 15 games into the season. Jeez, man. This is bad. What a horrendous 3rd and 4 play call. All right, let's see if we can get a good punt here at least. Kroger's punt is up. And it is fair caught around the 10. A decent punt. Could have been better, though. Bills got their 2nd flag of the game. 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Saints offense has ran, what, like 7 plays? 8 plays, and they got 2 penalties. Kellen Moore is the worst. All right. It is commercial. What's going on in the red zone world? Man, these beats always be fucking up my hair. Seattle's kicking a field goal. Colts are up 3-0. And the Seahawks kicker's kick is good? Yeah, good. Something's happening in the Rams and Lions game. Dan Campbell's pissed about it. It looked like one of their tight ends got close to scoring, but there might have been a face mask or something of sorts. I don't know what's going on in that game. We're really back to the Saints can't line up. What pick do we get in the draft? What pick do we currently have in the draft? There's still a bunch of games left to be played. But right now, the Saints would have the 7th overall pick. If they lost, I think they'd go down to pick number 5. A lot of this is just because the Saints haven't played their game this week, but yeah, they if they lose, I think they go down to 5. If they win, I think they stay at 7. Kellen Moore sucks. Yeah, Kellen Moore in the first half is awful. I genuinely feel like Kellen Moore is just like a Pete Carmichael. Pete Carmichael if we saw him as a head coach. Because, like, both of them are, like, socially awkward, which I get. Me too. But, I don't know. They don't... There's just... There feels like a lot of similarities between Pete Carmichael and Kellen Moore. In my opinion. Saints are terrible. Time for another beer. You might be needing lots of beers if this game keeps going how it is. That defensive end from Arvell Reese would be awesome, but he's going in the top 3. I don't know if the Saints are going to be able to get him. The Saints are probably going to be in like Caleb Downs territory, LSU's corner, Jeremiah Love, Jordan Tyson, and Carnell Tate territory. And, of course, an offensive tackle. I don't want that Auburn edge rusher. I don't want him. Falk, I think his name is. I don't want him. Panthers start off with the run to Rico Dowdle, who gets about 4 or 5 yards. You know what this game so far reminds me of? It's that damn-ass boring game from the Saints and Panthers in 2021 when the Saints were the black over white. And they lost like 10-7. So far, this is what that game reminds me of. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. They go play action. Bryce Young finds a way to get it to his tight end for a first. And that was a sick-ass throw. That was a badass throw. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. That was pretty fire. This reminds you of a typical Saints first quarter, yeah. Very fair and true. What a nasty throw from Bryce Young. I can't even cap. I can't lie. What a throw. Just a sick arm angle under Cam Jordan's hand. All right, well, they got a first down off of that. They pitch it to Rico Dowdle. And he picks up a few yards. There's a flag. It looked like it was a low chop block on the Panthers. At least that's what it looked like. It looked like some type of collision like that. An illegal block on the Saints defense on Jordan Howden. Saints have the 8th fewest penalties defensively in the league. That's crazy. I would have thought they're higher. Let's see. I called the chop block, the Jordan Howden chop block. I guess that's a flag. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the damn rules. All right. Well, that's a first down for the Panthers. They're at the 42. They're moving this ball really well right now. Play action. Some pressure coming. Bryce Young avoiding it, rolling out, and he gets a yard or so. Oh, that's a penalty. Panthers lineman comes over and grabs Cam Jordan by the neck. That's a penalty. That was aggressive. That's a penalty on the Panthers. I don't think that was a late hit on Cam. Cam slightly nudged him. And then he comes over and roughs it up with Cam Jordan. And the penalty is on the Panthers. And the down counts. It's 2nd down and long for the Panthers. That's a huge penalty. Yeah, there's no reason for that. That was honestly like the lightest, softest, like Even the people on the Panthers sideline weren't reacting over it. I don't know what was he doing. Saints are dog shit in late afternoon games all season. Yeah. What was it? Seattle game, Falcons game. Uh what's the other one? Tampa and is it the Rams. Bryce Young, 2nd and 23 throwing, rolling out left, and just dumps it off. Yeah, the Saints, that's a good observation. Their late afternoon games have been dog shit. Rams scored a touchdown. Kyron Williams missed that. I need Jameson Williams to do some. Jameson and Jahmyr Gibbs need to do some cool shit for my fantasy team. 3rd down and 23. If the Saints can't get a stop here, let's just call it quits. Let's just call it quits if they can't get a stop here. And they run it with Hubbard. He's hitting the edge. DeMario brings him down, and that should do it for the first quarter. Guess the Panthers for the playoffs. I want to see Carolina get in the playoffs. I want to see them get in over Tampa Bay. I feel like Panthers can play spoiler. The Buccaneers are just the Steelers. They're going to get in and be a one and done. Yeah, thank you to the Panthers offensive lineman for that penalty. That was very, very helpful. I'm really curious to see how this Broncos and Packers game goes. Right now, Packers are up 3-0, and they are driving. They're inside the Broncos 10. The Broncos are in a must-win situation. Well, not must-win, but if they win, they get in the playoffs. And then they get, I think, a 2-game lead over the Patriots because they have the tiebreaker because they beat the Raiders. So then they'd have the number 1 seed essentially almost locked in. Not fully, but pretty close. So I'm really curious to see how the Broncos do. Let's see what happens here. Jordan Love just threw an incomplete pass to Romeo Doubs. Hey, student. Hope you're all doing good. Appreciate all of you being in here. We got 94 people in here. That's crazy. That's freaking awesome. Appreciate you all tuning in. Chiefs, what a crazy season for football in general. Like the craziest season, I think, in a minute. Like there's no glaring, like, dominant number 1 Super Bowl contender. I think the closest thing we got is probably the Rams. The Patriots are pretty close. The Broncos defense, I think, is up there. But I don't know what to think of their offense. Let's see what's going on with the Colts. Phillip Rivers is throwing it. Did he complete that? Rivers just threw a dime to Tyler Warren. I swear, Phillip Rivers has the strongest noodle arm in the history of the NFL. Like, even back in his, like, prime, like, he looked like he had such a noodle arm, but he made it work. He is a big dude out there. What's my major? Communication design. You've never been more happy to see Shadur suck today. He had some good moments. Jerry Jeudy sold him on a touchdown pass, but yeah, he didn't look great. When your 36 and 37-year-old players lead you in sacks and tackles, that's not good. I agree. In all fairness, though, like 6.5 sacks is pretty decent. Like it's not like they have like 2 sacks. Cam has 6.5. That's a decent number. And DeMario, it just refuses to age. So, but yeah, the Saints gotta change that. The Panthers are on the weirdest looking punt formation I've ever seen in my life. They got like a slot wide receiver. Here's the punt. And this is a Jesus. It goes out of bounds at the 3 fucking yard line. No, I don't think DeMario or Cam are retiring next season, especially after the way they've played this year. What a freaking punt. Did they just hit us with another damn commercial after they got us with those commercials after the end of the quarter? Granderson fell off. Yeah. I think Chase Young coming back played a part into that. What a freaking punt from the Panthers. Now we got to... This team can't even get freaking 5 yards. Like a drive. Now we start off on our own 5. That was a majestic punt. I wish our punters could do that. I remember the Blake Gillikin masterclass game. All right, here we go. They're going to run it here with... Oh, no, play action. Tyler Shuck dumps it off to Jack Stoll, who picks up like 7 or 8 yards. Decent gain there. I thought that was a run. Good play action fake. Audric Estime was the running back on that one. Jack Stoll, that's a name we haven't heard since the Seahawks game when he caught his first touchdown. DeMario, yeah, he could play another few seasons. Speaking, you said DeMarco. DeMarco Jackson's like a fucking Pro Bowler in Chicago. That's nasty work. 2nd and 3, they run it with Audric Estime, who gets the first down. He's a nice little tank. He reminds me of like a more like power runner Devin Neal. Like a more powerful Devin Neal. Audric Estime had 3 carries last week. He had like a 9-yard run. Yeah, guys, we got a first down. Time to celebrate. Pop the champagne. 1st and 10. Counter run to Evan Hull, hitting the edge, and he's got like 2 yards. That was an odd-looking play. Get Vele involved. Yeah, the passing game. The Saints haven't really thrown the football, have they, today? They had the pass to Juwan. An incomplete pass to Tipton. And an incomplete pass. They've done a few passes, but nothing that's like stood out outside of that Juwan play. Shuck is 3 of 5, 23 yards. 2nd and 8 for the Saints. Whistles blow. False start on the Saints. Are we kidding? False start on the center, Luke Fortner again. 2 false starts on Luke Fortner. 2 straight drives. How are you the center and you commit a false start? Like, the play doesn't start unless you snap it. Right? If like anyone's going to commit a false start, the center and the quarterback should be the last people to commit it. All right, well, now we're in the 2nd and 13. Got to get some yardage back here. We're throwing. Shuck looking. Don't know what the hell happened there. Nearly got picked off. Looked like Vele stopped and Shuck was expecting him to keep running. Let's see this replay. Let's see if we get a better angle of what happened. Yeah, Vele stops and Shuck throws it like he's going to keep running. Miscommunication on that one. 3rd and 13, we're probably going to throw a screen. Shuck's throwing. Going downfield. And is that Devon Vele? Yes, it is. First down. They bring it back. Good throw, and what a catch from Devon Vele. What a snag. What a freaking snag. That's some holding and PI on the defender, too. And there's a roughing the passer penalty on Carolina. An extra 15 yards. So that's an overall gain of like 30 yards on that play. There we go. There we go. Looks like Tyler Shucks are right. I don't think he like got injured or anything from it or hurt. Thankfully. I wish they had showed a better angle of the catch. That was a nasty catch from Devon Vele. All right, where are we at now? We're at our own 45-yard line. Let's see if we can keep this drive moving. Shuck going play action, has some time, and he is sacked. Foster Moreau was in pass protection, and his guy got there first. Saints had extra protection on that play, and they still allowed the sack. It's a tough play for Foster Moreau. Now the Saints are find themselves in a 2nd and 14. They're in a probably must-throw situation. There you go, play action. They are throwing. Shuck steps up over the middle for Vele. Caught. And then they slam him down. There is another penalty on the play. Is it in the secondary? So, it looks like one's a holding on Kelvin Banks. Holding on both teams. All right, so they're going to replay 2nd down. Yeah, Kelvin Banks held on that play, no doubt about it. Panthers held, so basically they're redoing the play. The Titans just scored a touchdown. Who is Gunnar Helm? All right, redoing 2nd and 14 for the Saints. They're going to throw it. Shuck dumps it off to Devin Neal, who can't get much of anything. And another penalty. Oh, my God. More penalties, man. Saints get an automatic 1st down, hands to the face penalty on the Panthers. I'm tired of these damn flags, but that's a good one. I'll take it. Talise Fuaga put Nick Scorton on his ass. Look at Talise Fuaga. Nice block. All right, well, the Saints get a 1st down. Another lucky break. Estime's the back. Vele's at fullback. They hand it off to Estime. He gets a few yards, nothing much. I just don't understand why offense is so hard for a team that head coach is an offensive guru. Like, yeah, I know they're down like basically all their linemen. Fuaga's hurt, no running back. But like, I feel like Kubiak did a better job with his offense than Kellen did or is doing. Just my opinion. 2nd and 8 for the Saints. Panthers showing some blitz. They do bring some type of blitz. Shuck zips it out to Vele for another 1st down. Devon Vele gets him in Panthers territory. Yeah, no talent on offense. But Kubiak, I felt like, did a better job. At least in the 1st half. 2nd half, not as much. Nice job from Vele on that route. Looks like the Saints went no huddle. Run to Audric Estime, who cuts it out wide. Leaps and picks up like 3 and another fucking flag. Oh my God. These freaking refs are trigger happy on everything, man. Taysom, to my knowledge, isn't her. I saw him out there a few times. Kubiak was creative. This is vanilla. Kubiak had a system and a scheme. It feels like Kellen Moore doesn't. It feels like he doesn't have a system or a scheme, and this is what we do well. Kubiak was, we're going to run the ball and hit them with hard play action. I don't know what Kellen Moore's offense is supposed to be. All right, after a Juwan Johnson holding, it is now 1st and 20. The Saints are now back in their own territory. Shuck's going to throw it. Zips it out wide. Chris Olave just saved a pick. Caught the ball for 8 yards. Chris Olave just saved a pick. Nice snag. Good job from Shuck, having trust in Olave to make that play. That's definitely a dangerous throw. Dangerous throw. But Chris Olave comes up with the play. Got some yardage back on that. 2nd and 13. Oh my God. Another false start. Oh my gosh. This one on Fuaga. Can we... 3 false starts in the first half? In 2 drives? You're... Why can't this team... Why can't this team just, like, know the hard count? 2nd and 18. Shuck downfield. What a fucking catch from Vele! What a snag! Devon Vele, I've seen enough. Welcome back, Michael Thomas. Holy shit. What a catch. Oh my gosh. 3rd and 1. Handoff to Devin Neal. He gets the first down. Oh my gosh, Devon Vele. Number 1 Devon Vele Glazer. What a catch. This dude, welcome back. This is the closest thing we've had to Michael Thomas since Michael Thomas. I love it. Shuck slinging that thing too. What a rocket. All right, Saints 1st and 10 from the 30 of Carolina. They go with the run to Devin Neal, who hits it outside. First down, Devin Neal. 15-yard gain. Devin Neal with the big run. Gets them in the red zone. And, of course, there's another fucking penalty. What's the flag? I heard the commentator say there was a flag. No penalty. No penalty. Vele is I'm convinced Vele is just Michael Thomas with a different name. I can honestly say that I was a Devon Vele Glazer from day one. I can honestly say that. Another run. Shuck keeps this one. Go down, man. He gets a few yards. At one point, it got pretty dark. It was like... At one point, it was like, okay, this was a useless trade. They're not using him. And since Shuck has taken over, since he started getting opportunities, Vele has been like maybe one of the brightest spots on the team. All right, 2nd and 7. Saints are in the red zone. This is where their offense typically struggles. Let's see if they can get it in. Shuck's going to throw. Ooh, risky pass. Juwan Johnson still caught it somehow and gets it a yard short of the first down marker. How the hell did he catch that? How did he catch that? We went from why is Juwan Johnson on the team to how did he catch that? What a freaking turnaround. That is an awesome catch from Juwan. That almost turned into a pick six to an incomplete and then a 6-yard pickup. Blake Groupie just nailed a fucking kick in Seattle. Fuck that guy, man. Saints lining up for the tush push. They hand it off to Taysom. He cuts it out. Run forward! Taysom Hill had a first down and he tried to sidestep. You are not fast anymore. He had it and he just didn't run. Just run. Just run. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, he had it, man. Why are we just not handing it off to our running backs? 4th and 1. Can the Saints get it? Shuck sneaks it. Got it. First down. First down, Saints. All right, chat. Let me know. Who's getting a touchdown? Shuck, Neil, Vele, Juwan, or is it a field goal? Let me know, chat. Who's getting the touchdown? Touchdown, Neil. Devin Neil. We got Olave. You predict a fumble. Please, dear, no fumble. Pitch out to Devin Neil, who cuts it inside. And Devin Neil is in. Touchdown. Kelvin Banks is juiced. Devin Neil takes it in. 95-yard drive for the Saints. Let's go. Devin Neil, man. Like half a chat called it. What a drive for the Saints. Wasn't always pretty, but they got it. Look at Kelvin Banks and Talise Fuaga out there. Let me see this replay again. Kelvin Banks lined up at tight end on that play. On the same side as Fuaga. Look at Kelvin Banks putting Nick Scorton on his ass. Kelvin Banks had a key block in that touchdown. 95-yard run drive for the Saints. Hell of a drive. I'm going to get this posted to the gram. And then I'll see if I can pull up those clips. It wasn't always pretty, but that drive scored. The Saints got a touchdown. Thanks to Devon Vele. We can thank Devon Vele. Kelvin dominating. Yeah, he had a bad rep earlier. He's had 2 bad reps in this game that I noticed. Outside of that, I haven't noticed them. Kelvin Banks lining up at tight end is a cheat code. Nice drive, man. That was the Devon Vele drive, basically. Erect the statue of Vele. Feed Vele. Guys, the way he catches the football is just different, too. Like you throw a dig route over the middle. Some guys let the ball come to them. He just goes up and snatches it. Like he like attacks the football. I don't know if that's a good way of explaining it. But the way he catches the football is just like aggressive, and I love it. It's the same way MT attacked the football. All right, let's get this posted, and then we should have enough time to pull up some clips momentarily. All right. All right. Let's get this thing going. There we go. Oh, damn it. My thing's in light mode. I gotta change that. Display. Let's get up. Explore. Saints. Tweet. All right. Here is the Devon Vele catch. I gotta pause it every few seconds, by the way, just so I don't get copyrighted. Look at this snag. This is as Michael Thomas a catch as a Michael Thomas catch could get. Do they show the replay? What a catch. Just went up there and attacked the football. Went up there and got it. This is the Juwan Johnson catch that was almost a disaster, but turned into a 6-yard gain. This guy read it perfectly. Nearly got a pick. Juwan tips it to himself. I don't know how he stays up. Breaks like 2 tackles and then gets a few extra yards. And then here is the Devin Neal touchdown. And, of course, it's not going to play because it's the most important play. Let's see. Devin Neal. All right, here we go. Shit, I think we're back in the game. We will have to come back to this. We'll have to come back to that. Hell of a block from Kelvin Banks, though, on that touchdown run. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think, just scored another touchdown. All right, Young's throwing it. Going downfield, wide open is Coker? Jalen Coker. I don't know why he's that open. I have no idea why he is that open. All right. Another first down for the Panthers. They are in Saints territory at about midfield. Bryce Young hands it off to Hubbard. He gets a few yards. All right, I'm going to mute for a second so I don't slurp in your ears. All right. They hike it. Handoff. DeMario can't bring him down. Hubbard gets a few yards. And that is the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Okay. I think we're going to commercial. Here we go. We got the touchdown run. Kelvin Banks. Is that right? He's at tight end on this play. Here's Kelvin Banks. Watch Kelvin Banks on this play. He's out here, takes on Nick Scorton. I believe that's Nick Scorton. Still not tackling well. Yeah, the tackling needs to be better. 22 should have been there. Talking about Shaheed? Wait, Devin Neal got injured? Did Devin Neal get injured? Devin Neal's heading to the locker room? Did he really get injured? He was celebrating. Well, that fucking sucks. He was celebrating. How did he get injured? What's he, His hamstring is a hamstring injury. Okay, Devin Neal is injured. How did he not get... No, he's genuinely hurt. The New Orleans Saints PR account, and you have reporters reporting that he has a hamstring injury. He's questionable to return, and he's heading to the locker room. Okay. Okay, man. And the Gamecast just said Devin Neal is questionable to return. All right, 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. Let's see if they can get a stop. Carolina gets the ball back in the second half to start. So a stop here would be nice if the offense could get it back and get a chance to score. 3rd and 5. Bryce Young's mobility's been killing him. They run it with Hubbard, and he is not going to get it. He's going to be about 3 yards short. I'm assuming the Panthers are going for it, though. I'm pretty sure the Panthers are going to go for it. Like, if they're going to run it in that situation, they are probably going for it. No AK, no Kendre, no Neal. Like, yeah, our 3 running backs are hurt. They got Audric Estime and Evan Hull. That's about it. Estime's decent. I don't know what to think about Hull. Devin Neal being out fucking sucks. All right, 4th and 3. Kool-Aid is playing like 10 yards off the receiver. Bryce Young under pressure, rolling out right. There's the mobility going downfield. Is a wide open T-Mac cutting back, and T-Mac is brought down finally at the 20. What a freaking play from the Panthers, and shit defense from the Saints. Yeah, the shirt's awesome. Appreciate it. No more Adam Prentice. Yeah. The Saints had him, man. The Saints had him. Bryce Young's throwing. They go no huddle. Bryce Young just floats that one out of bounds, throws it away. Alante came back to make the tackle after blitzing. I think so. I didn't see who made the tackle. I thought it was Kool-Aid. The Saints had the sack, man. All right, 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Just outside the red zone. If the defense can get a stop, that'd be huge. Bryce is going to throw, zips it out to his tight end. And good tackle from Jonas Sanker, keeps the clock moving. What a tackle from the rookie. Jonas Sanker, big tackle. We haven't mentioned Jonas Sanker in a minute. That's a great play from him. I'm not even going to lie. At one point, I thought Sanker was going to be a defensive rookie of the year candidate after like week 4. I was like, oh my gosh, they got like an absolute steal. I think he's going to be pretty good too. I feel like he's just gone quiet since I think about like week 6 or something. That's an excellent play though. Yeah, good piece for the future. And look, he's a safety, so us not noticing him is, you could say, is a good thing. He's not giving up really big plays. All right, we got 3rd and 11 for the Panthers. Bryce Young's mobility, I guarantee you, is going to be something that kills us on this play. 3rd and 11, Bryce Young throwing. Zips it out wide, looking for T-Mac. Quincy Riley knocks it out. Quincy Riley shutting him down. Just like he did a few weeks ago. Man, we're getting plays from the rookie and the young players in today's game so far. Shock and Vele, I mean, they're not really young, but like 1st and 2nd year players. Devin Neal touchdown. Calvin Banks lead block. Jonas Sanker TFL. Quincy Riley pass breakup. The young guys are making plays today. Great play from Quincy Riley. Kick is up, and it is. Oh my God, it's good. There's no wind in the Superdome. Why does it curve in? All right, 10-7, 20 seconds left in the first half. I don't know if the Saints are really going to do anything. We shall see. Trevor Lawrence had 6 fucking touchdowns today. Oh my gosh. 6 touchdowns is insane. 5 passing, 1 rushing. How has Fuaga been this game? He had a bad false start penalty, a bad illegal formation penalty. I did notice him do a really nice pancake block. He put Nick Scorton on his ass. He just pushed him and he fell to the ground. I haven't noticed Fuaga too much else though. I haven't really been paying attention too much to him. Bo Nix just hit a deep ball to, I think, Cortland Sutton for a big play. Packers are up 13-7 right now. No Devin Neal. Yeah, let me see if there's an update on Devin Neal. All right, the latest update on Devin Neal is that he's questionable to return with a hamstring injury. He went to the locker room after his touchdown. That is the latest update on that. Nothing else on Devin Neal. Julian Blackmon signing. Yeah, he was good for the one game he played. I've been a little underwhelmed by Justin Reed. I agree, but I feel like he's actually been a decent player, a good player. I just had higher expectations when we signed him, but I don't think he's been necessarily bad. I thought Blackmon was good, but then it prevented Jonas Sanka from playing. So, conflict of interest. Something just happened to the Denver game. I don't know what, but something happened. Quincy Riley shut down T-Mac in the last matchup. And he had an awesome pass breakup on him just a few minutes ago. Colts are in the red zone. Are we going to see Phillip Rivers touchdown pass? I have Tyler Warren in fantasy. I'd love to see a Rivers to Warren touchdown. I really don't think the Saints are going to try and score here unless they get a really good return. All right, Panthers are about to kick off. There is the kick, and it is to Mason Tipton. Here's Tipton. And not great. 15 seconds left in the half, and the Saints get it at their own 28. I think Charlie Smith was kicking 60-yard field goals pregame. You could try and get in field goal range. Just throw a deep ball to Olave or Vele. Tipton's pretty fast too. It looks like they're going to take a knee. Well, that does it for the first half. Saints down 10-7 to the Panthers. And Carolina will receive it in the second half. I would have liked to see them throw one deep ball, but I understand it. Don't want to risk a turnover, something bad. Okay, it is halftime. That means we are going to look at some stats. All right, here we go. I love that I can just go through all these different things. Bryce Young, 7-11, 78 yards. Shuck, 8 of 11, 70, almost identical numbers. Basically identical numbers. Hold on a moment. I want to see what's going on this third down in Indianapolis and Seattle. Rivers throwing. Rivers. Touchdown. Rivers threw a touchdown. To who? Who did Phillip Rivers just throw a touchdown to? Josh Downs, Phillip Rivers, just threw a fucking touchdown off the couch. And they were up 13-3 over the damn Seahawks. Oh my god. Wow. Carolina rushing 8 runs, 30 yards, 1 touchdown for Rico Dowdle. Devin Neal, 7 carries, 28 yards, 1 touch. Almost identical between Devin Neal and Rico Dowdle. Hubbard, they're doing a better job running than the Saints. Receiving, Vele's the best receiver so far today. 3 catches, 43 yards. T-Mac, 1 catch, 21. Coker, 2 catches, 39. DeMario, nothing defensively really stands out to me. Let's look at team stats. Anything stands out here? Saints, both teams are 3 of 6 on third down. Both are 1 of 1. These teams are basically playing identical football right now. 27 total plays for each team. Panthers have 32 additional yards. Saints have 1 extra drive, but they took a knee. I don't know if that counts. Yards per pass, 6.3 for Shuck, 7.1 for Bryce Young. Red zone, both teams are 1 of 1. Both teams have pretty similar penalty yards. Saints have 2 additional penalties. Time of possession, Saints at 16:40. How long was that Saints 95? They took 11 minutes off the clock on that 95-yard touchdown drive. That's pretty wild. Let's see if there's any... Bo Nix just threw a freaking laser of a touchdown, threaded the needle. Is there any other footage to go over Saints-wise? No. What about Panthers? Is there any Panthers clips? Because typically this is where we show some highlights, but both teams have basically like had 1 really good drive, and that was about it. All right, we're on the Panthers page, so these are just some of the negative plays for the Saints. I'm just kind of showing plays at this point. This was some BS, man. This is definitely offensive pass interference, and I don't know how it's not called. How is lunge? But yeah, that is 100% a push-off. I don't know how it's not. Here's the touchdown run for Dowdle. Who got in the backfield? Okay, that is Nathan Shepard, I think. Okay, it was Jonathan Bullard. This guy. Jonathan Bullard, and then Nathan Shepard was on the other side. And then Godshot and Brzee couldn't bring him down. Rico Dowdle runs it in. Any other clips? Okay, this I cannot lie. This is a nasty play from Bryce Young. This is a nasty throw. Pump fake. Gets it right. That actually hit Cam Jordan's thumb. I think. Did it? It looks like it hit Cam Jordan's thumb. And still got it to the receiver. The little sidearm thing. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Here is a Shuck sack. Tyler Shuck sack. Let's see. Foster Moreau gave this up. How did Fuaga look? Fuaga's doing just fine. Kelvin Banks is doing just fine. It's Foster Moreau who gives up the pressure on this play. And then Shuck goes down. Here's a better angle of it. You could probably get a better look at the O-line here. Fuaga and Banks do their jobs. Foster Moreau just gets beat by the edge rusher. That just looks like a mismatch all day long. 4th down. This is the play that really hurt. Goff, touchdown Jameson Williams. Hell yeah. One thing, like, I'm very confused about, you can't even see the Saints defender covering this guy. It's Kool-Aid, and he's lined up 10 yards off the receiver. Like, they could throw a quick little screen and get the first down here. I don't know why they did that. Here's T-Mac. The Saints blitz. Here's Alante. Alante's blitzing. So that's good effort from him. Good showcase of effort. Here's oh, you can't see him. can you see him now? Okay, here's T-Mac right over here with Pete Warner lined up on him. Got Chase Young in coverage on T-Mac. That's just a bad... T-Mac open downfield, go route, I think on third down. And Quincy Riley with the punch out, forcing an incompletion, saving a touchdown, and still keeping his rookie season strong. He's had a really good rookie year for a 4th-round pick corner. Is he Marshawn Lattimore? No. But he's playable. He's a starter. He's playing really well. I like what he's been doing. And I think that's about all I got. I don't know if I got anything. Yeah, Bryce threw behind him. Wasn't the best pass, but Riley still made a good play. Now I can see chat. And I guess that's it. I don't really have any Saints plays to show. We already showed all the Saints plays after it happened. So I guess in the meantime, I'm going to mute for another moment and drink some water. Let's look around the NFL. The Titans are in a one-score game with the 49ers at halftime. Colts are beating Seattle 13-3. Broncos are up over the Packers 14-13. Niners are up 17-10 over the Titans. Panthers over the Saints right now. Lions are beating the Rams 24-14. And Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameson Williams are letting me down right now. I'm just saying that because I'm losing by a lot and I need them to have a big game. All right, let me handle this real quick. Manage. Hold on, I'm trying to manage something real quick. There's something going on. What's this guy's name? What do we think is going to happen in the second half? Do we think the Saints bring it back? Do you think the Saints defense gets a stop to start off the second half? I'm really curious to see what if Devin Neal comes back. Let me see if there's an update on Devin Neal. Still questionable to return. I'm just so confused. Like, he was celebrating, he spiked the football. I don't know what where the injury occurred. I guess I want to post the Quincy Riley pass breakup real quick to Instagram. Because that was a really nice play from Quincy Riley. Give him some recognition. Like, I don't know if the Saints draft class is going to be elite or if it's going to be great, but it's full of a bunch of guys who can be part of a good team. Like maybe they're not the 2017 draft class, but they're the players that complement the 17 draft class or something. Maybe he tore his hamstring walking to the sideline. That would be awful. Maybe someone landed on him. I mean, obviously someone probably did land on him. A little awkward. But like, if I see you spiking a damn football, like, I'm gonna believe that you're fine. I really wish Vernon Broughton was healthy, man. I felt like he was getting better every week for the Saints. Their third pick of the draft, the D tackle they took out of Texas. Like that first preseason game, he was awful, and then the next game, he was a little bit better. Then the next game, he got a little bit better, and then he had a really good run stuff versus the Niners. Like he was getting better each week. He was making some plays, and then he gets injured in the first game he plays in. So like, he's not going to play for the rest of the year, but I really wish he was out there. I feel like he'd be making at least some plays. I felt like he was a guy who the Saints were really high on too. They just showed the replay. Okay, I guess I'll rewind it. I guess I missed it. Let me see. I rewind. All right, Devin Neal touchdown. Spike. I did not see him grab the hammy. Maybe I missed the... Maybe I didn't go back far enough. Olave only has one catch today. That's kind of that's wild. Let's see if would love to see him get a little bit more involved. But right now, Vele's killing it too. Vele is just straight up killing it right now. We're done if Devin Neal doesn't come back. Estime's decent. I don't know about Evan Holb. But yeah, I would love to see Devin Neal back. He's the best running back on the team healthy right now. And here's the kick. And Danny Stutzman, no. Jonah Williams on the tackle. They're going to start off on like the 30-yard line. Yeah, I doubt they're going to do anything. I think Estime can be just a good, like, get 4 yards type of runner. But Devin Neal, losing him is really, really unfortunate. All right, here's the run. Rico Dowdle goes nowhere. Saints bring him down in the backfield. Good run defense on that play from the Saints defense. 2nd and 11 for the Panthers. I'm not going to lie. Like, this has been a snoozer of a game. Like, I don't know. There's something about this game that just lacks excitement. It's so much like that 2022 Week 18 game when the Saints wore the black over white unis that everyone hates. 2nd and 11, Panthers running again. Dowdle picks up 4 or 5 yards. And now it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. Can the Saints start off with a 3-and-out defensively? This would be huge. Yeah, nothing about this game has been exciting except for the Devon Vele catch. 3rd and 7. All right. Bryce Young's mobility. Got to watch it. Absolutely got to watch it. T-Mac, I think, is at the top. Bryce Young's going to throw it. Saints blitz. Bryce Young going deep. Downfield is a wide open man and Xavier Legette. Big gain. Holy shit. No. No. What are we doing? How does he get behind them that much? The ball's in the air for like a billion seconds. No one turns their head. They could have been picked. They just get burnt. First down Panthers, a 35-yard gain. They're in field goal range now. They're going to start off with a run after that big play. Jonas Sanker gets in with the good run stuff. Yeah, that's a Quincy Riley low light right there. He had a good moment before the first half, and that was a really rough moment. Really bad moment. I thought Bryce Young was just chucking that shit up. I thought it was going to be an easy interception. I didn't think there was actually someone open. All right, 2nd and 7. Play action, fake pitch. Bryce Young, some time, rolling out right. Dumping it off. Oh no! Quincy Riley nearly picked it. He nearly... Oh my God, that might have been a pick six if he catches that. That's a pick six if he catches that. Oh my gosh. You got to pick that. It actually went... It actually hit his fingertips. It was a little bit... I don't know if he really had the catch, but... Man, like a half a second sooner to pick six. All right, 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Dump off to Hubbard. Do not let him get the he got the first down. They run a screen to Chuba Hubbard and he gets the freaking first down. Are we joking, man? Is Neal still in the locker room? Devin Neal. There is... Oh, he's ruled out for the rest of the game. Devin Neal will not be returning. Devin Neal is not returning. Saints have Estime and Evan Hull as their only running backs. All right. Well, that's just shitty news. Hand off to Dowdle. Saints bring him in the backfield. Chase Young and Brzee were there. They were so close to forcing a 3-and-out. So close to getting a stop. And they let a damn screen and a damn 3 flags up throw get a first down. All right, 2nd and 11 for the Panthers, just outside the red zone. Here's Bryce Young to throw, running out right, scrambling. There is a penalty. I'm assuming that is a hold on the Panthers. It came in the backfield before Bryce Young started running, so I'm assuming it is on Carolina. And it is holding on Carolina. Lucky break for the Saints. What's the time of possession right now? Like 5 minutes. It's about that 5 minutes for the Panthers on this drive. Second and 21. The Saints are going to find a way to somehow let them get a first down. I don't know how, but I'm not confident right now in the defense. Bryce Young throwing. He's going downfield to his right for Coker. Fuck. Touchdown. Are you joking, man? Quincy Riley just had an awesome moment before halftime, and now he's getting cooked by the 3rd-string wide receiver? Really? On 2nd and 21, we didn't think that they were going to go downfield. Quincy Riley looking back at the ball. He played the ball, not the receiver. That sucks. Quincy Riley is having a good game. How are you 10 yards off and still getting burnt? I don't get it. It's 2nd and 21. You're playing 10 yards off. You know they're throwing it. How does that happen? Come on, man. Come on. Quincy Riley, we were just glazing you. We were just glazing you, Quincy Riley, and now you just making me look bad. Look at me, making me look bad in front of chat, man. Yeah, the Bryce Young night and day. Yeah, sometimes he makes the most incredible throws, and other times it's like, why is he in the NFL? Panthers playing hard, they know what's at stake. It looks like Red Zone has a small update on Mahomes. I'm trying to read what it says. I don't necessarily see the update, though. Like I said before, I expect the Saints to lose all of their games. But giving up plays like that, that can't happen. That just simply can't happen. Looks like we whiffed on the secondary picks. I think overall, on the season as a whole, Riley and Sinker have been, good. As a whole, from their first snap to their most recent snap, I think they've been more good than bad. That's just my opinion, though, on those two secondary players. Of course, everyone has their own opinions. Do I think they are going to be Marshawn Lattimore and, Kyle Hamilton? No. But, they're good complementary players, too, when you do find those, blue-chip players, in my opinion. Yeah, Riley was ass on that drive, no doubt about it. All right, let's see this route. Let's see this. Quincy Riley's head, he had his head turned back way too long. All right. Let's see if the Saints offense can respond. They're typically better in the second half. Let's see what Tyler Shuck and company can do. No Devin Neal. That's, of course, going to be a challenge. All right, here's Evan Hull on the return. Cuts back and gets to about the 28, 27-yard line. Saints now down 10 points to the Panthers, who are trying to get into the postseason for the first time since 2017. If they win the next two games, they clinch. So they know what's at stake. They're in a must-win situation. Let's see what Saints offense can do in response. They're going to run it. Tyler Shuck keeps it. Ooh, Tyler Shuck just took a nasty hit. He gets up pretty quickly, though. I would prefer if he didn't take those hits. I'd prefer if he would slide. Gotta slide, man. I don't want to see you take those hits. All right, 2nd and 4. Evan Hull is the running back again. Handoff to Mason Tipton. On a jet sweep, he fucking fumbled. And the Saints recover. Oh my gosh. Dylan Radins just saved a fumble loss, and now he might be hurt. He just grabbed his ribs. Mason Tipton just got smoked. Lost the football. Foster Moreau, what are you doing, man? Block. The guy in front of you, you got to block him. Or he's going to... 3rd and 13 now. Shuck's throwing. Panthers bring a unique blitz. There's Vele. First down. 15-yard gain. On a dig route. Devon Vele. Coming in clutch again. Saints went no huddle. Audric Estime is the running back. They give it to him. Here's Estime. He picks up about 4 yards. Decent run. Jordan Love. Incomplete pass. He launched that shit like 80 yards downfield. I want to see what happened. Vele is saving this game. Yeah, he is. He's having an excellent game. 2nd and 6. Here's Shuck to throw. Pass out to Mason Tipton. He's a yard short of the first down marker. Third and 1. I swear if I see a Taysom Hill QB power run, I'm going to lose my shit. Third and 1. What do the Saints got in them? What has Kellamore got dialed up? Taysom Hill's at quarterback. Taysom Hill keeps it. Okay, he got the first. Okay, he got the first. I'm just so tired of seeing the Taysom Hills play, man. Like, I don't have anything against Taysom, but it's not it anymore. Like, in the past, you could guarantee he gets at least like a few yards. We can't guarantee that anymore. I guess it makes sense, though, with Neal being hurt. Like, I don't know. 1st and 10, they're in Panthers territory. Shuck, pump faking, rolling out left, escaping. He's going to run. Tyler Shuck, first down, gets out of bounds. Nice play from Tyler Shuck. Excellent play. Hit him with the pump fake. Rolls out to his left and takes off. It looks like Talise Fuaga got beat pretty badly there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Fuaga got put on the ground there. Good play from Tyler Shuck, though. Turning a nothing into something in a first down. Shuck. Pump fakes. Oh my gosh. Slide. Hey, that's a late hit. Throw the flag. Fight him. That's a penalty, man. Shuck is up and moving. I need to see Kelvin Banks kick his ass. Shuck pump fakes, ducks, runs, and then Derek Brown with the late hit on Shuck. There is a flag. Are they going to call it? They call it. Late hit. Saints get 15 additional yards. Taysom Hill takes like 30 steps to run a yard now. Yeah, he don't got it anymore. Don't fight Derek Brown. No, I need to see Kelvin Banks go face to face with him, man. He was pissed off in that Niners game when Rattler was hit late. I wanted to see that same fiery energy. All right. Here we go. Saints are at the 20, basically in the red zone. They're going to run it with Evan Hull. He gets about 3 yards. Stafford just got sacked. Kelvin Banks had a pancake at the 10 and they're throwing a flag on it? I'd like to see the replay. They're calling a flag on Banks. Let's see what happened. That's not a flag. There's no way that's a flag. Kelvin Banks is just driving his guy downfield. He's doing what he's supposed to do. That is literally in his job description. All right, 2nd and 23. Dumbass penalty, man. Shuck. Pump fakes. Going deep. There's a penalty on Carolina. That's a hold. It looks like the Saints are going to be getting it back. That was a dumb penalty. Oh, he stepped over him? They're calling the stepping over. Okay. I thought they were calling the flag on the freaking block. During commercial, I'm going to have to go look back. If Banks stepped over him, I guess that's a penalty in today's NFL. They're calling defensive pass interference on the Panthers. First down, Saints. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Banks stepped over someone after putting him on his ass. I think you guys are correct. I did not see him step over him. That one's on me. That's a hilarious comment. The worst part about this game is it's the NFC South chippiness minus the talent. That's hilarious. Shuck keeps it, zips it, finds Vele for the first down. What a throw from Tyler Shuck. What a throw. Zipping it with the little sidearm action. Got some Matthew Stafford shit going on. Nasty throw, and Vele gets the first down in traffic. Shuck hands it off to Evan Hull, who gets a few yards. Second down coming up for the Saints. Second and 8 to be exact. Vele looking like prime Mike Thomas. Very similar playing styles. Like their chemistry and connection is crazy. Estime in motion. Shuck to throw under pressure, and he is sacked. Panthers get to him. Did I just see Kelvin Banks on the ground? Did Kelvin Banks get his ankle rolled up on? I saw him on the ground. I don't know if he was injured or if he was just taking a moment. I think he was okay. The clock is still running. There's no timeout. But now we got a 3rd and 14. I wonder who they're going to go to on this situation. I'm looking at number 14, Devon Vele. Shuck's throwing. Shuck under pressure. Escapes a sack, and now he is finally brought down. Is Shuck injured? Looks like Tyler Shuck got up. It looked like he grabbed at his leg for a moment. Cesar Ruiz getting beat. So did Kelvin Banks on that one. I don't know if Kelvin Banks' guy got the sack, but I don't know if Kelvin Banks got beat. All right. Charlie Smith with the 42-yard kick. The kick is up, and it is good. Charlie Smith makes it a 1-touchdown game. All right. That was an okay drive. It started off great, then it went to shit, and then it was okay, and then we got a field goal out of it. But yeah, Ruiz is getting beat. I want to see if there's any update on Patrick Mahomes. He got injured earlier. Let me see. I don't see any updates on a Patrick Mahomes injury. Like, did he tear his ACL, Achilles, hyperextend his knee, dislocate his knee? I'm really interested and intrigued to see what happens. There's 170 of you guys in here. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. It means a lot to me. Last year, we'd have, like, at a max, 30 people. So this is awesome. Make sure you guys are subscribed, liking, hyping shit up. That new feature they got. Appreciate you all tuning in. We got some, I think, cool videos coming out. We had some cool videos this past week. Check those out. But appreciate all of you guys tuning in, for sure, without a doubt. Let's see what's going on around the NFL. We haven't checked in a minute. I saw the Packers score. Josh Jacobs had a big run. They're up 23-14 over the Broncos. Josh Jacobs had a 40-yard touchdown run. The Colts are still up 13-9 over the Seahawks. Phillip Rivers, 11 of 18, 88 yards and 1 touchdown. Niners beating the Titans 24-14. No surprise there, although Juwan Jennings has 2 touchdown catches. Lions up 24-20 over the Rams. St. Brown is having himself a game. He has, I think, 2 touchdowns. Maybe he doesn't. 130 yards, 9 catches, 2 touchdowns for Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I think that's everything around the NFL right now. I think that is everything. Screw Shuck, no fixing this mess. Cesar Ruiz is the problem on the offensive line. The whole offensive line, I think, is an issue. But yeah, he's been a part of that for a minute. Oh, Pat Surtain just had a nasty interception on Jordan Love. What a pick. Now he just hurdled someone. He's still going. Was that Packers player injured? Christian Watson is still down. He just came back from injury. You hate to see that. The Saints are about to kick off after a Charlie Smith field goal. What a pick from Surtain. All right, here's the kick from Smith. Here is the returner getting it out to... Oh, no. Isaac Yiadom brings him out past midfield. And there is a penalty, I'm assuming, on the Panthers. Big return for Carolina. Let's see what this penalty is. It is an illegal formation on the Panthers. And that is a massive penalty. Real quick, with you guys being in chat, hanging out, do you guys like my NFL in 15 minutes recap videos? I don't know how many of you guys have watched them, but if you have, give me feedback on them. Would love feedback. Things to do better, things you like. Don't do them at all. More time. Not just 15 minutes. Let me know. Let me know if you have watched them. So the Panthers, where do they get the football now? Or is it a re-kick? Do the Saints re-kick it? The Saints are going to re-kick this. Okay. So basically, the last play did not count on the kickoff. Get rid of Cesar Ruiz. Yeah. I feel like they need to move on from him. The refs have been keeping the Saints in this game. Shut up, man. I feel like the refs have been just too trigger happy in this game in general for both sides. Too many flags on the Saints, too many flags on the Panthers. Let them play football. All right, here's the kick. They're returning it. And this one not as good as a return. Where'd he get to? The 33-yard line? The officials are really good or really bad. I feel like... I don't know what to say. They're just very trigger happy. Like some crews, they let things slide more than others. This one, I feel like they're like, it's our time to shine. Let's throw this flag. I don't know. Granted, like there are penalties. Like the flags they are throwing are penalties. But I don't know. Sometimes you don't need to throw every single thing that you see, regardless of team. Saints have had 6 more minutes of time of possession, 5 additional plays. They are down by 7 and have about 70 less yards. That's crazy. They're going play action. Bryce Young under some pressure just dumps it off to the tight end who gets a few yards. I don't know who got there in the backfield on Bryce Young, but that was a big boy with some pressure. Big man with some pressure. They are overly officious. That's a good way to put it. The refs are just playing bad. Yeah, there's some things that they could do a lot better, like not be so trigger happy. And they're calling, speaking of the refs, they're calling a false start on the Panthers. I just fumbled the football. Yeah, that's a false start. Like, it's so annoying because in that first quarter, we got like 4 straight plays with a penalty in a row. Like, yes, all of them were actual penalties, but like, just let them play, you know? 2nd and 10 for the Panthers after a false start penalty. They're going to run it with Dowdle, and there's Jordan Howden filling the gap. Nice run stuff. Nathan Shepard ends up with the football, but they're ruling him down. I don't think that was a fumble. Jordan Howden. Excellent run stuff right there. Third and 8. This is a huge play for both teams, obviously. Saints down 1 touchdown. And it looks like this is going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And the Panthers are not going to snap it. All right, 4th quarter. Saints and Panthers. 1-score game. Big 3rd and 8 coming up. I just can't believe the Colts right now are holding on to this lead over the Seahawks. I thought the Seahawks offense would have had a touchdown by now. Let them play ball. I agree. There's too many trigger-happy penalties on both sides. All right. Let's see what this fourth quarter has in store. Should be a good one. Really interested to see how this game ending up. Panthers have a playoff spot on the line. 2 wins in the next 2 weeks, and they're in. If they lose, then their path to the playoffs is a little bit harder. Bo Nix just threw a touchdown, it looks like. Who'd he throw it to? Cortland Sutton with a nice touchdown catch. Big connection there. Bo Nix finding his wide receiver. Thanks for the stream. Of course, man. Thank you for tuning. The streams don't happen unless people show up. And we've had basically 100+ people in here the whole time. So thanks for tuning in, all of you guys. Whether you're Saints fan, Panthers fan, regardless, I don't care. It's just cool hanging out with people who actually enjoy my content. That's cool. I'm expecting this third down to end up with a Bryce Young scrambling out and finding an open man downfield. That's my prediction for this third down. What was the BS call on motion earlier? Earlier, motion. They called a false start on the Panthers on the a few plays ago. And then the kickoff that was called back. I think one of the blockers ran before or moved before the kick. If that's what you're referring to. You're in Colorado, not other Saints fans to watch with. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having a good time in Colorado. Hopefully it's not too cold, man. Saw Wisconsin was like 3 degrees. Chicago was like 4. Cincinnati was like 8. I don't know what Colorado weather is like, but hopefully it's not freezing. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. Saints showing blitz. Are they going to blitz? Man in motion. Bryce Young under pressure. Rolling out. Wide open man. Did he get it? I don't know who caught it. Jimmy Horn caught it in the flat. Did he get the first? It looked really close. Did the knee go down before he got there? They're ruling it 4th and 1. Panthers are lining up to go for it. It's a run, and they got it. 2 yards. 2 additional yards, and they got it. Why did I predict them to get the first down? Because that's what they've been doing all game. They've been getting the 3rd and longs all day, so I'm going to predict that they're going to keep doing that. Defense hasn't adjusted. All right. First down for the Panthers after a very, very tight sequence before. It's a handoff to Dowdle on first down. And Jonathan Bullard gets in on the tackle. About a yard, if that, for the Panthers. Panthers need to use Jimmy Horn more. I don't know too much about the Panthers' receiving core and whatnot. I don't know if he's good, bad. But who knows? Panthers do, I guess. 2nd and 9. Panthers empty backfield. 5 wide. No running back. Bryce Young's throwing. He's over the middle. Incomplete. Is there a penalty? No flag, it looks like. 3rd and 9 coming up. The defense has been asked today. They've been a little bit of a letdown. They've been playing really well the past month or so, and they've been a little bit of a letdown today. All right, 3rd and 9. Let's see what the Panthers got. They're 5 of 9 today on third downs. Empty backfield again for the Panthers. Saints blitz. Penalty on the play. Bryce Young rolling out. He's going to run. And he got the first down. I think the penalty is on Chase Young. Looks like the Panthers are going to get this first down. Penalty is on Chase Young, and it is declined, and the Panthers get a first down. Chase Young trying to time it. It actually looks like he got it. It actually looks like Chase Young was pretty close to timing that. As close as it could possibly get, but didn't matter. Bryce Young got the first. All right, they're in Saints territory. First down, play action, under pressure. They're trying to throw a screen to Rico Dowdle. It ends up falling incomplete. All right. I'm surprised the Panthers did not run the football there. Like, not only they have a 1 touchdown lead, but they're also trying to probably run out this clock a little bit. Oh, Phillip Rivers with the elite check down to Jonathan Taylor. And that goes nowhere. Got to keep an eye on the Phillip Rivers comeback game. All right, 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped after an incomplete screen. Handoff to Dowdle. And he's got a good chunk of yards, like 8. And 3rd and short coming up. 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. You got to assume they're probably just going to run the football again. Rico Dowdle's coming off the field. I'm assuming Hubbard's going on. Jordan Love just pulled off a miraculous run. That was crazy. Was that? Yeah, that was Jordan Love. 3rd and 2. Panthers in the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side. Hubbard's the running back. Game clock close. Is that a delay? Bryce Young keeps it. Hitting the edge. Is he going to get it? He is brought down out of bounds. Where is he at? They mark it about like 1/10 of a yard short. That is as close as it's going to get. Looks like the knee is... I can't... Did he get the first? I can't tell. That looks like a first down. They rule it a 4th down, though. No challenge. Panthers off... Oh, there's the challenge. Panthers offense was out there, but they are challenging that he got the first down. It did look like Bryce Young got the first down. My unbiased opinion, it looks like he got the first down. My biased opinion, he's like 5 yards short. Are we intentionally trying to ruin the Bucks? I don't think so. If you're the Bucks, if you're a Bucks fan, like, do you want to get in the playoffs? Because, like, you get in there, you're probably just gonna lose in the wild card. Right. But if you don't get in, like, does Todd Bowles get fired? I don't know. If I was a Tampa Bay fan, I feel like I would want Todd Bowles fired over getting in a one-and-done season. From a fan of the NFL perspective, I would much rather see the Panthers get in. I feel like they can play spoiler better than the Bucks. The Bucks ruined the season for themselves. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to Tampa Bay. Like, what did they start off as? Like 5-2 or 6-2 or something? of course the injuries played a part. Baker's body is like all like shot up with adrenaline shots pregame. Mike Evans was out. Godwin, Irving, but like I feel like they should be better than they are. Ain't no one thinking about the Bucks. I just think the Panthers could play spoiler and the Buccaneers can't. So I would much rather see the Panthers get in because it's more entertaining. From me, someone my team's not making it, so for entertainment purposes, I'd much rather see Carolina get in. Appreciate that. Bong's Law, Bong's Law, however you say your name. Appreciate that. Trying to expand that to NFL coverage in general too. They were 6-2, okay, and they've what? They've lost one of their. They've gone 1-5, 1-4 since. All right, we're back from commercial. Let's see what the ruling on the field is. They're ruling him short. Call is upheld. Panthers lose the challenge, and the shot that they're showing on screen right now actually does show he is about like that short of the first down. Like it's not even a quarter of a yard short. It's literally like a quarter of a yard. That's all they need. Gotta assume they're doing a QB sneak here. They hand it off to... He did not get it! They run it up the middle and he didn't get it! The Saints defense gets a stop! Oh my gosh, why didn't they just sneak it? Oh my god! How? How did they not get that? Panthers don't get the first down. Saints get another fourth down and short stop. Back-to-back weeks. Oh my gosh. Why didn't they just sneak it? We can all objectively assume that the 2 inches that they needed, Bryce Young could have gotten that. How? Why did they not sneak it? They ran a fullback dive up the middle or something with Hubbard, and he didn't get it. That's just like incredibly hilarious. Brandon Staley's defense stands up again. It's funny when I get excited. It's always so funny. People always tell me I have like NPC reactions. It's always hilarious. That's just how I am. Like I don't like screaming my head off, man. I don't want to scream my head off. I'm chilling. If something cool happens, I'm gonna be excited. Yeah, that was literally like just sneak it, man. Just sneak it. I don't. I'm not complaining though. I'm not complaining. I can't believe that. All right, well, Tyler Shuck and company are going to have an opportunity to tie up this game. I believe this will be their second drive of the second half. Both teams today, when they have the football, they take a very, very long time with the football. Outside of the Saints' opening drive when they went 3 and out. We had the Panthers do like an 8-minute drive. The Saints had an 11-minute drive. So a pitch out to the edge would have given them 10 yards. I don't know. The pitches last week, like pitch plays don't always work. And we saw that last week, both for the Saints and Tampa. Pitch plays on 4th and inches I don't like. Unless you have Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan. Just my opinion. All right. Here we go. First and 10 from the 35. They start off with the run to Evan Hull, and that goes nowhere. Penalty flag thrown in the backfield. Not having Devin Neal is definitely showing up in the running game for the running back. Hands to the face penalty on the Panthers. Saints get a first down. Who could have guessed the flag? Yeah, man. They love these penalties. They love these penalties. Like, if you slow down everything, you could honestly call a penalty on probably every single play in the NFL. Shuck going play action, pressure coming. Shuck escaping, pump fakes, taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. Panthers played that really well. They had a QB spy. Was that like a lineman at QB spy? You got 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter in the game, unless this goes into overtime, which please don't go into overtime. 2nd and 10. Here's Shuck, play action. Decent time. Zips it over the middle. That is Kevin Austin Jr. first down. Kevin Austin Jr. Just out of nowhere. Just showing up on a random Sunday. I was about to say Vele. I was about to say who else, and then I see number 81. Kevin Austin Jr. coming up with a 20-yard gain. Shuck hands it off to Evan Hull, hitting the edge. Good blocking. Evan Hull cuts back. First down. Good run and a flag. Looks like this might be getting called back. Holding on Talise Fuaga. Vele and Ruiz are injured? No, they're not. Are they really? Cesar Ruiz is questionable to return with an ankle injury. Devon Vele has a shoulder injury and is... Oh my god. We're down 2 more starters. Let me see this holding on Fuaga. Yeah, that's a hold on Fuaga, no doubt about it. I didn't know Vele and Ruiz were hurt. Well, that fucking sucks. 1st and 20, Shuck screen to Audric Estime. And Estime gets a good chunk of yardage, about 15 yards, it looks like. Yes, Vele is hurt. I didn't even know, man. I'd like to see Estime get some carries, man. I feel like he's a better runner than Evan Hull. Tipped into motion, they go no huddle. Play action, Shuck rolling out right. Dumps it off to Juwan Johnson. Did he get the first down? That's really close. Very, very close. He was like right on the line. I think they're giving him the first down. First down Saints on a dump off to Juwan Johnson. If they can win this game with no Ruiz or Vele, and now your only starters on the line are Fuaga and Banks, and Fuaga's hurt, like, that's really impressive for Shuck, and that's a good job from Kellen Moore. First down, Shuck, quick pass out to Kevin Austin, incomplete through his hands. Does Chris Olave, like, do they want to get Olave involved? He has, like, 1 catch today. It would be awesome to get Chris Olave involved. He's one of the only playmakers they got left. Your skill position players are depleted. Commentators saying Chris Olave seems a little frustrated right now. Shuck looking for Olave. Cut! Oh, he dropped it. Knocked out of his hands. Was that a Dory Jackson popped it out? Michael Jackson popped it out. Well, it was there. Olave has to bring that one in. He has to catch it. If he wants to be the $30 million receiver who gets paid $30 million, he's got to make those plays, and he hasn't. So now we got a 3rd and 10. I'm really interested to see, like, is this a field goal situation for the Saints if they can't get the first? 3rd and 10. Shuck throwing Panthers blitz. Dumps it off to Kevin Austin, who gets slammed. He gets absolutely slammed, picked up and thrown on the ground, and 4th and 6 is coming up. It looks like the Saints are going to kick it. Is Micah Parsons injured? Not in this game. I looked over at Red Zone, and I see Micah Parsons grabbing his knee. That fucking sucks. All right, here's Charlie Smith. 46-yard attempt. Charlie Smith's kick is up, and it is good. There's a penalty flag. This could be huge if it's on Carolina. What is the penalty? If it's... What are the odds of... It's offsides on the Panthers. Saints accept it. It's going to be 4th and 1, and I'm assuming the Saints are going for it. I'm assuming they accepted it so they can go for it on 4th and 1. All right. Is this are they going to go with Taysom Hill? Fourth and 1, are they going to sneak it? Is Taysom Hill the QB? Empty backfield, Estime in motion. They're in the shotgun. Shuck's going to throw. Shuck. Moving. Shuck. Diving. He lost the ball. There is a penalty. A lot to digest here. Shuck is up. I always get concerned when the quarterback goes. It looked like he was grabbing his leg. Shuck is in some pain right now. Grabbing his like lower back, his hip, leg area. And it's a holding penalty on Dylan Radins on the Saints. Declined, and it is Panthers ball. Tyler Shuck obviously and very clearly in some pain. Tyler Shuck very short initially, and then he lost the football anyway. Very clearly in some pain, man. I don't know if I like that play call. It's 4th and 1 and you go shotgun. 4th and 1 and you go shotgun and you throw it on 4th. But like we also gave him crap for running a QB sneak a few weeks ago. I don't know. I don't know what to say. The play call was ass. Like, if it works, he's a genius. I don't know. Like, I feel like that was too long of a yard to run a QB sneak. I don't think running the football with Evan Hull would have done it. Audric Estime, maybe. Like, Taysom Hill, would that have been a better play? I don't know. So tired of the Taysom Hill plays, but if you can get a yard with it, it was aggressive. I agree with being aggressive, putting the hands in your rookie QB, letting him go win the game, go make a play. But like 1 yard? Like there's not a better 1 yard play that they could have called. Shuck is going to get hurt. Yeah, this offensive line is not doing him any favors, and he needs to do a better job of protecting himself. There's a few times in this game where he should have slid, and he didn't. On that play, he's obviously trying to get the first down. I'm not going to give him shit for that. He's diving, but he needs to do a little bit better job protecting himself a little bit too. He's been hurt his whole career. Never take points off the board. I understand that, but also like Tyler Shuck's going in the blue medical tent. Sorry for the pause. Okay, I understand not taking points off the board, but also if you can't get one, like you have to believe that your offense can get 1 yard. Did Jeffrey Simmons just catch a touchdown on a scramble drill? Awesome. Yeah, Shuck is in the injury tent. I don't know if he's going to miss the rest of the game. Obviously, Rattler's the backup. Spencer Rattler has never played against the Panthers. All right. Panthers got 3 yards on that first down run. It's now 2nd and 7 for them. They're just going to try and probably run out this clock, win the game, but they got to get first downs to do it. They're going to go with the play action here. I don't know what the hell just happened with Cam Jordan in the tight end. Bryce Young scrambles out and picks up a yard on a run. Third down and 5 coming up for the Panthers. Big play. Big play for the Panthers offense, Saints defense. Keep Shuck in. Well, like if he physically can't play, you don't keep him in. All right, 3rd and 5. Panthers shotgun, 3 receivers out left. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Bryce throws it. Caught. T-Mac. DeMario brings him down. Very, very obvious that he did not get the first down. Clearly shorts. Tyler Shuck came out of the injury tent. He's holding his helmet and he gave his teammates a high five. Oh, they gave him that varsity blue shot. They gave him that varsity blues adrenaline shot. He is feeling amazing right now. They gave him the most powerful shit they got. All right, Panthers punts. Excellent punts. And Dante Pettis fair catches it at the 22. All right, 4 minutes and 37 seconds for the Saints and company to march downfield, get a touchdown, and then either play for overtime or go for 2. I know I'm getting my ass kicked in fantasy football, but I just got to check. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 points. Joe Burrow, 5. Bucky Irving, 8. What a disappointment there. Brock Bowers, 8. Tyler Warren, 3. Cooked, man. My highest scoring player is Jamison Williams and then the Eagles defense. Oh my gosh. Colts are up 13-12 over the Seahawks. Obviously, we're watching for Phillip Rivers. Papa Rivers. Shuck comeback season. Saints would get Breeze killed. I feel like if Breeze was in, he'd be getting the ball out so quick, he wouldn't have a chance to be killed. But he would take a hit at some point, no doubt about it. The Titans are in a somewhat competitive game with the Niners, 31-17. Like, at least scoring-wise, it's a close game. But do I think the Titans are going to win? No. Saints got Breeze killed in the last couple of years in the league. We can thank Aaron Donald and Cesar Ruiz for that one. They need to run the ball with Audric Estime a little bit. Not rely on Tyler Shuck to throw as much, which is crazy because I want to see him throw the football. But he's very obvious in some pain. The Panthers are bringing it. The three guys on the interior were not your starters at the start of the season. Your right tackle is playing injured, and you have a rookie left tackle. So, like, don't get your rookie quarterback killed. We can run the football. Is Vele ruled out? I haven't seen anything. I'll have to check in on that. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to start off with a quick pass to Kevin Austin Jr., who picks up the first down. Let me see if I can find anything on Devon Vele. Vele is still questionable. No updates there. Shuck throws it. There's Chris Olave, first down. I accidentally lost my screen for a moment, and I clicked on right at the right time. That's what the little scream was for. The little hiccup. All right, another first down for the Saints. Nice play to Chris Olave. They're at midfield. Shuck play action. Decent time. Out wide. There's Chris Olave again. First down. Good to see him getting involved. Back-to-back targets for Chris Olave. 2 excellent catches. Going down to make it. Saints. Throwing again. Shuck over the middle. Olave again, and he goes down inside the red zone. They are at the Panthers' 15-yard line, and they are moving right now. Shuck's getting this ball out quick. We're at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Saints going no huddle. They're going to keep it. Shuck throws it. There's Mason Tipton cutting inside. First down inside the 5. The Saints are hauling ass right now. And now there's a penalty. Because of course there is. Why wouldn't there be a penalty? It's on the Saints. I didn't hear what it was. I think illegal man downfield because the Saints ran an RPO. So that would make the most sense. Jackson Smith and Jigba just made a crazy play out in the Seattle and Colts game. It was a penalty on Kelvin Banks for illegal man downfield on the RPO. So that negates a 10-yard play to Mason Tipton. All right, the Saints are now at the 21 on 1st and 15. Shuck's going to throw, zips it out wide to Kevin Austin, incomplete. Pass was a little behind him. Also hit him in the hands. He should have caught it. Someone's jockstrap fell off. I didn't see that. I did not see any jockstraps on the field. Oh my gosh. Jordan Love just threw a dime. Who's number 0? Golden out in Green Bay. He just threw a dime. All right. 2nd and 15 for the Saints. Just outside the red zone. They need a touchdown. They can't kick a field goal. Here's Shuck. He's going to throw. Dumps it off to Juwan Johnson, who picks up a decent amount of yards. He's going to set up a 3rd and like 7, 3rd and 8. Got him about halfway there. We are now under 3 minutes left in the game. Let's see what the Saints offense has in store on a 3rd down and 6. They're definitely going to throw it. Audric Estime is the back from the 12-yard line. Shuck going to throw. Panthers blitz. Shuck zips it for Olave. Touchdown, Chris Olave. And the Saints are on the board. Let's freaking go. Chris Olave. The Chris Olave drive. Shuck and Olave got a nice little handshake celebration, showing off the swag. And the Saints are on the board. Now, are they going to go for 2? That is the big question here. Panthers bring pressure. Shuck reads it and finds his man Chris Olave over the middle. They're kicking it. This is a big kick. Charlie Smith. Does he got it? He does. It's a tied ball game. 17-17. We got a tied game after Chris Olave takes the Saints downfield, catching passes from Tyler Shuck. Man, they gave Tyler Shuck the most powerful adrenaline shot they got. That varsity blue shot, they got it. All right, let's get this Chris Olave thing posted real quick. What a drive from the Saints. Penalty brought them back, and they were still able to find a way to get into the end zone. Excellent drive from Tyler Shuck and company. I believe Chris Olave has now a career high touchdowns of the season. I think he did before it, but I think that confirmed it anyway. I'm going to try and get this thing posted as fast as possible so I can pull up the touchdown on the stream for everyone to see. But I got to get this thing up and rolling ASAP. How many timeouts? The Saints have 3, and the Panthers, I believe, have 2. They lost one on a challenge on a 3rd and inches call. So, yeah, the Panthers have 2. The Saints have 3. Under 3 minutes left. Tied ball game. And this is, if you're the Panthers, this is kind of what you want to see. If you can make a comeback here, you can get in. And if you can't beat the Saints, well, like, do you really deserve to get in the playoffs? Let's get this thing up and rolling. Shuck to Olave. First game you ever rooted for the Saints. Boys helping you out. Okay, if you guys are Bucs fans, I genuinely want to know. Are you rooting for a playoff appearance or a Todd Bowles firing? Because if I was in your situation, I would want Todd Bowles fired. Yeah, playoffs. You want Todd Bowles fired. So then you'd want the Panthers to win. All right. We are back from commercial. I'm not going to have time to show the clip unless we get to commercial after the 2-minute warning. Got to post this ad real quick for the Rio app. All right, Charlie Smith. Let's see this kick. Do not kick it in the landing zone, and he does. Here's the Panthers on the return. Cutting it out. Not a good return. Brought down before the 30. All right, Bryce Young, 11 career game-winning drives. I believe he has the record for the youngest player to reach 11. So let's see what he's got. Does Bryce Young have ice in his veins? He was able to do it last year versus the Saints. Can he do it again? Or will the Saints defense come up clutch? 1st and 10 from the 29. They're going to start off with the pass. Bryce Young, time in the pocket, rolling out right, and he's just going to throw this one away. Saints had good coverage on that one. We got 2:17 left in the game. You got to watch out for his mobility. His ability to run out has been killing us. 2nd down. The Panthers, what are they going to do here? They're going to throw it. Bryce Young under some pressure, rolling out right, zips it out for his receiver, for T-Mac. It looked incomplete to me, but they're ruling it a catch. I do not think that was caught. I do not think, I thought that hit the ground. That is not a catch. That is incomplete. That is most definitely not a catch. Call that shit back. And now they're reviewing it. Previous play is under review. I don't think that's a catch. There is no way that is a catch. He controlled the ball the whole time. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Let's see if there's a Vele update. No update on Devon Vele. Bet they get it. I'm not going to be surprised regardless of what they call, because this has been a crazy game. Crazy game. You think it's a catch? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a casual, but I don't think that's a catch. It didn't look like he had enough possession of it for it to be a catch. It looked incomplete to me, but I could be wrong. If called complete, how is it fixed? No catch. Already happy with the Saints. Seahawks up 15-13 over the Colts. Phillip Rivers 2-minute drive. Does Phillip Rivers got it in him? We're still in commercial, but it sounds like it was ruled incomplete based on what reporters were saying who are at the game. It sounds like it's incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. Oh, also, right there, it says it's incomplete. All right. 3rd and 10, man. 3rd and 10 for the Panthers, who have playoff hopes on the line right now. Saints are playing for nothing other than for pride and for the hell of it. Big play. Biggest play of the game right here. 3rd and 10. I'm still at commercial, but it seems like everything is indicating that it was incomplete. It hit the ground. It's incomplete. Most importantly, Shuck looks good. I agree. Yeah, it's still commercial, but all the reporters at the game and ESPN right there has it rolled as incomplete. We're still at commercial break. All right, 3rd down and 10. Biggest play of the game without a doubt. The Panthers' 3rd down and long situations have been kind of good today. Bryce Young's mobility, rolling out, extending plays, the scramble drill has really killed the Saints. That's something to watch here. 2:12 left. My heart is thumping. Tied ball game, 2:12. Shotgun for Bryce Young. You know they're going to throw it. Do the Saints blitz. Bryce Young under pressure, stepping up. He's going to run. He's got a first down. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Oh, my God. I literally called it the scramble damn drill. Bryce Young's mobility. Really? We're going to commercial break after one play? We just got back from a damn 5-minute commercial break. Okay, man. Carolina, I don't know Carolina's kicker. I don't know what the distance is, how close they got to get. But they're at their own 40. You got to assume they probably need about 25 yards for the first down. And ESPN is glitching out as hell right now. Meanwhile, Phillip Rivers in Seattle territory with 1 minute left. 3rd and 7. What's going to happen here? This Rivers got it in him. They hand it off. Are the Colts really going to put this game on the back and leg of Blake Grupe? Oh my God, the Colts are going to kick a game potentially winning kick with Blake Grupe from like 60 damn yards. What a decision that is. I do not agree with it. I want to see Phillip Rivers throw the shit out of a football. Yeah, Grupe, Colts game. I see Blake Grupe about to kick a damn field goal to give them the lead. How long is this? This has got to be like 59 yards. How long is this kick in Seattle right now? Okay, they're showing me the kicks he's made. How long is the kick that he's kicking right now? This is a 60-yard kick for Blake Grupe in Seattle. There's no way he's making that. I swear, did he just fucking make that? What the hell? Blake Grupe just made that, but he can't make a damn kick in the Superdome? Fuck Blake Grupe, man. He leaves the Saints and decides to come perfect. Jesus, man. Blake Grupe with a 60-yard kick. He couldn't make 20 with us. Whatever, man. Whatever. Back to Saints and Panthers. Back from commercial. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers after a Bryce Young run. We have 2 minutes left in the game. They're starting right now from their own 40-yard line. Does Bryce Young have ice in his veins one more time? He's going to throw. Bryce Young under pressure, and Chase Young gets the sack. Hell yeah! Chase Young gets home and gets the sack on Bryce Young. Chase Young's gotten close a few times today, and Chase Young gets home in the biggest moment. And no one called a timeout. The clock is still running. We're under a minute and 30 seconds. Panthers letting this thing run out. 2nd and 19. Bryce hikes it. He's throwing under pressure, evades, dumps it off to Leggett. And Quincy Riley comes up with a big tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 14 coming up. Excellent tackle from Quincy Riley after the Chase Young sack. What a game we got here, man. What is it? Third and, what is the down and distance? Like 3rd and 14? Big third down here. I'm really curious. Do the Panthers try and get it? Or do they run the ball and make the Saints use their timeout? Their second timeout? 3rd and 14. You got to watch Bryce Young's mobility. I'm about to lose my damn voice, man. 3rd and 14. Saints showing pressure in the blitz. They don't blitz. Bryce Young to throw. Ton of time. Escaping, evading. He's going to run. He is very short of the first down. Gets like 5-6 yards. In the Saints call a timeout with 1 minute and 2 seconds left. They're going to get the ball back. They're going to get the ball back, and Tyler Shuck's going to have a shot. Tyler Shuck is going to have a shot to lead his team into a game-winning drive. Does Tyler Shuck have ice in his veins? We haven't seen him in moments like this before. And meanwhile, in Seattle, they're in field goal position already. They're at the Colts 38 with 25 seconds left. How good is Seattle's kicker? Can he make a 55-yarder? We have absolute chaos right now, man. You gotta love it. Shaheed cooking. Oh, did they get set up with the Shaheed return? Did Shaheed get him in field position with the return? You got to assume, too, for the Saints, Charlie Smith has a big-ass leg. You don't necessarily have to get too close. You could get to about the 40, and he has the distance. Does he have the accuracy? And the Panthers are going to punt. They put 2 extra seconds on the clock. 1:04 left. Seattle's kick is up, and it is good. Panthers punting, nearly blocked. And fair caught by Dante Pettis at the 17-yard line. There is a penalty, because of course there is. Why won't there be a penalty? What's the flag, though? Who's it on? This could be huge. If it's on the Saints, and it is holding on the Saints, and they're going to lose 10 yards. 57 seconds, 1 timeout. Can the Saints... Are the Saints going to try and go the distance? Or does that penalty put them in a situation to where they just go and play for overtime? Because now the Saints got to go roughly about 60 yards to get in field goal position, starting from their own 8. And starting from your own position like that, one bad mistake and, like, the game's over. But it looks like they're going to go and play and try and get in field goal range. Shuck's going to throw it. He's going downfield. Nearly picked by J.C. Horn, but it's incomplete. Saints got to be careful, too, here, not to have to end up punting it back to the Panthers with too much time. The Saints don't have a great punter. They'd have good field position. 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Panthers have 2 timeouts. Saints have 1. We're at 52 seconds left in the game. Saints on their own 8-yard line. Panthers blitz. Shuck under pressure. Dumps it off to Audric Estime on a screen. He's got some space. Estime first down near the 30. Are they going to go no huddle? They're going no huddle after a big screen to Audric Estime. 30 seconds now. Shuck snaps it. Shuck dumps it off to Estime again. Breaks a tackle. You might have to call the timeout now, Kellen. And they do. And they do. Rivers just got picked off in Seattle, and that game's over. Seattle wins. The Phillip Rivers Disney story does not start off with the win. Charlie can hit from 65. He's got a big leg. You got to get to about the 45 for Charlie Smith territory. He was kicking 60-yarders pre-game. You got 24 seconds. You're at your own. He made a 64-yard kick pre-game. With extra room to spare, that shit would have been good from 70. Charlie Smith has a leg, but obviously it's different when you're in a situation like this to win the game. Obviously very different. Saints have no timeouts left. The Panthers have 2. 24 seconds. The Saints are at their own 37, 38-yard line. Shuck's going to throw over the middle to Chris Olave into Panther territory. They got to spike it. Clock's moving. 15, 14 to get in position, and they spike it with 12 seconds left. Right now, it would be a 65-yard kick for Charlie Smith. 65 yards. What a connection to Chris Olave from Tyler Shuck. Ideally, you can maybe get additional 5-ish yards. Like, run a quick little slant to Chris Olave or Juwan and then spike it. No, you can't do that. Because then it'd be 4th down. You either have to get out of bounds or an incomplete pass here. You can't run a play and spike it unless you get the 1st down. 2nd and 10, and the Panthers call a timeout. Oh my gosh. What a game we got going on here. We got 312 people in here. That's the most we've had on the stream. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed, liking, hyping, all that cool shit. We got an awesome game right now. Meanwhile, in Denver, Jordan Love just threw a pick, and that might secure the win for Denver. They're up by 8. Absolute chaos in the NFL right now. The Saints have to get out of bounds or get a 1st down and spike it. If they can't get a 1st down, they cannot spike it. Wait, yeah, yes, they can. I'm being an idiot. Yes, they can. Fuck everything I just said in the past, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. They can get 5 yards and spike it. All right, here we go. 12 seconds, 2nd and 10. They're at the Panthers' 48. Shuck, QB draw. Oh, that's a flag! That's a flag! That's a late hit! Shuck was sliding and the Panthers defender hits him low. That's a penalty. Shuck gets up. And the Saints are going to be in position. Tyler Shuck looks to be in some pain, though. Oh, my God. The Panthers are going for Tyler Shuck's head in this game. And the Saints get an additional 15 yards because of that flag. What a costly penalty for Carolina. Is Shuck okay? He got up and was walking off. It looked like he had a limp. Kind of. It looked he got up okay, but he did grab one of his shoulders. I think it was his left shoulder, right shoulder. I couldn't tell. But big penalty on the Panthers. 15 yards. And now the Saints are absolutely in field goal range. Spencer Rattler is out there at quarterback. Tyler Shuck is not in at QB after taking that hit. And Tyler Shuck is on the sideline now trying to get back on the field. I think he has to miss at least a play or something. I think the rule is if you get injured, you have to miss at least one play. It looks like Shuck was trying to get back out there. Looks like there's a communication issue. Rattler doesn't know the play. It looks like Shuck is telling the coaches he's fine. I'm assuming this play that they're going to run, they're just going to have Rattler snap it and throw the ball out of bounds to waste some time. Rattler, please do not fuck this up. Just throw it out of bounds. There we go. Where's out 3? seconds. He didn't get concussed, did he? It did not look like he did. And Rattler's coming back off the field. Shuck's going back in. And is Charlie Smith out there to kick right now? Did they send out Charlie Smith? Charlie Smith is out there to kick. How long is it? This is about a 46-yarder, I believe. 47 yards. And the Panthers call a timeout to ice the kick. We have absolute chaos right now. Let's see if Charlie Smith has ice in his veins. All right. Charlie Smith, 47-yard attempt. Can he nail it? Can he nail it? Charlie Smith, does he got it in him? Panthers season on the line for the playoffs. Smith's kick is up. It is good. Down the middle. Perfect with 2 seconds left. Charlie fucking Smith. Charlie Smith, man. And there's a flag. Flag on the Panthers. Offsides declined. Saints are up with 2 seconds left. The Irish lad has ice in his veins. Oh my gosh, what a game we've had. Tyler Shuck has ice in his veins, got them downfield. So much on the line for the Bucks and the Panthers' playoff hopes. And the Saints, as long as the Panthers can't pull off some miracle shits, play spoiler again. Saints are 2 seconds away from sweeping the Carolina Panthers. Tyler Shuck, 2 seconds away from sweeping the Carolina Panthers and having another win on his resume. Charlie Smith is about to kick it. Just get it in the landing zone. Just get it in the landing zone. That's all you got to do. Here's the kick. And it is a touchback. The Panthers are going to have a chance to run one play. They're going to have a chance to run one play. Can the Saints defense hold on to the lead for 2 more seconds? We've had an awesome stream. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Let's hope this game ends with the Saints W. From their own 35, there's no way Bryce Young is chucking that shit to the end zone. They're going to have to hook and ladder and pitch it and shit. Screen to Coker, pitches it back to Bryce Young. Ball is loose. And that's game. The Saints win and play spoiler again. The Saints beat the Panthers and sweep them. Get the brooms out. Tyler Shuck, 2 wins in a row. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Saints are 3-2 versus the NFC South. Tyler Shuck gets his 3rd win of his career. Charlie Smith, game-winning kick. Hell yeah. Panthers in a must-win game could not beat the Tyler Shuck-led Saints. What a game. What an absolute game. Appreciate all 300 of you guys in here. Best stream we've had. Viewers, everything. Appreciate all of you. Subscribe, like. We'll have a video out on this later. We got NFL content wide coming out this week. Appreciate all of you. And have a good rest of your Sunday.